Hello and welcome to AIM Talks About, an AIM presentation series designed to help you find ways of managing your information and processes more effectively and more efficiently. I'm Bob Larrivee, Director of Custom Research at AIM. Today I'm going to talk about the use of Outlook as a front-end or access client to SharePoint and other content repositories or ECM systems. You know, user adoption for ECM systems has always been a struggle, and SharePoint is no exception to this. Think about what we're talking about here. It's change management issues. We're changing the way that people will be working with each other and with information. In fact, we recently did a study and found that 60% of the respondents say that file share is still their dominant means of managing content. So they're still putting a lot of information out on shared drives and share folders and so on. Only 3% of the respondents said they've actually turned it off. And so this leads to another issue, which is actually tagging or proper tagging. So tagging, of course, being the way that we label things. I might call something a contract, you might refer to it as an agreement. If we both agree that the term we use is contract, then we have to better define this and say, is it a services contract, a supplier contract, a sales contract, and so on. And so proper tagging to get consistency across the enterprise and make things much more searchable and findable, and findability is the key here. That's one of the challenges that we have there too, and of course the simpler we can make this, the better. So you're probably asking, how can Outlook serve as a front end and help with this, right? How can I use Outlook as a front end to help with all of this? And so think about this. Outlook is the place where most people spend a lot of their time. You know, just think about how much time you spend in your Outlook client, right? You're in there looking at emails, you're looking at your calendars, you're working with your task list, you're collaborating through the use of Outlook. And so this is one of those places we spend the bulk of our time. It's a familiar place, it's a comfortable place, very intuitive for most folks, and it's pretty simple. So one of the other challenges that we see in business today is the idea that we have to search and access documents, right? And this is regardless of where they live. So if we could do this from within Outlook, using that simplistic interface, gaining the simplicity, the intuitiveness of Outlook, it would be much, much better for the user organization. Filing, similarly, is a challenge. And so when we talk about filing, if you look at Outlook, it's basically drag and drop. I take something from here, I drop it into this particular folder. And so if we synchronize that with SharePoint, using SharePoint as our ECM tool, it now extends that simplicity of Outlook while maintaining the consistency and the structure that we need within SharePoint. So if we can get the users to place the information in the right folders, for example, in Outlook, and we synchronize that with SharePoint, then inherently we can apply retention controls, we can apply security and access controls, and so on. All of those things that we need, and the proper labeling that we need to manage our information and content much better. Email filing, likewise, is a huge challenge. And if we can do email filing through SharePoint synchronization, then what that means is we ensure that our emails are captured and managed properly and automatically and consistently, right? So why hasn't Microsoft actually done this? That's a really good question. There are many ways that you can connect SharePoint to Outlook folders, but it is very limited, and for many organizations is very cumbersome to be able to do that. So this is one of the reasons why we see so many add-on products available out there for Outlook and for SharePoint, like those that are offered from RepStore. So what you want to look for in one of these products is a product that allows you to manage all of your content using Outlook as your front end. So not just the content within Outlook, but all of your content, regardless of where it lives. You want products that can help you streamline the filing process by providing recommendations. So for example, based on content type or based on business rules, as you go to file your information, there's a recommendation that comes up and says, based on what you've provided, based on the rules that you've provided, this is what or where this information should go. And likewise, if your organization is focused on case management or case intensive, you want products that align to support that so that you can extend that capability, the simplicity and capabilities from within Outlook to help you manage all of those case files and do the case management properly. So what we're talking about here, bottom line, we want simplicity, right? Something that's easy to use, something that has an intuitive interface, and something that allows you to extend content management but using Outlook as that front end, right? So you're extending your reach, so to speak. One place to go, single point of access to all of the information in that single point of access being Outlook. So I want to thank you for taking time for watching this video with me this afternoon, and I look forward to talking with you again in future presentations of AIM Talks About.